Hi guys, it's Michael Wang here at the 4th China International Import Expo here in Shanghai. I just finished moderating a session earlier this morning, and I'm just going to walk around this massive venue site, 366,000 square meters of exhibition area for the 4th CIIE. I'm here at the Intangible Cultural Exhibition area of the CIIE venue site, and take a look at this. We're just in time for a performance of Chinese culture. We didn't plan this, okay? So now we just have this performance going on right now. We've got lotus flower, beautiful dresses, beautiful melody. Just take a look at that. Okay, as you can see, great performance going on there. Action-packed day here on the second day of the 4th CIIE. Would love to stick around to understand more about what this performance is about, but let's go and discover some of the provincial and city pavilions here at the CIIE. And every single year there are provincial and city pavilions exhibiting the best of Chinese culture and local products, local brands from all of China's different provinces and all of China's different autonomous regions. I mean, I got a map of the CIIE venue site, and this place is absolutely massive, as you can see there. We are here right now at the Intangible Cultural Heritage Exhibition area. If we can come over this way a little bit more, because it's pretty loud over there. Fantastic performance. So hopefully that's still going on once we're finished with this. But this is the Intangible Cultural Heritage Exhibition area where we are now. There are also National Pedestrian Street Exhibition areas and China Tourism Exhibition areas, as well as the Hongqiao International Urban Reception Room Exhibition areas that really highlights the provinces and the cities all around China, their local brands, local culture, and local products. So there's certainly a lot to explore. We can't get through all of them. All right, so I'm just going to walk around, take you through certain pavilions. I haven't really been into these pavilions either, but we're just going to walk around and see what we can find. I mean, there's 12 provinces and municipalities in the National Pedestrian Street Exhibition area, so there's too many to explore. Let's see what this one is. So this one is called the third pole of the Earth, 地球第三极. Okay, so this is a brand, and I can see Tibetan script here. So this is, I'm assuming, a pavilion from the Tibet Autonomous Region, and it's really good because this year marks, of course, the 70th anniversary of the peaceful liberation of Tibet. So let's take a look inside and see what we got here in this fantastic pavilion. Oh, by the way, third pole for our audiences abroad, we have the North Pole, and then we have the South Pole, and then we have the third pole. There's a dragon dance. There's a dragon dance. Take a look at that dragon dance real quick. Nice, nice. Okay, back to the Tibet Pavilion. Really cool. Yeah, so the third pole represents the third pole after the North and South Pole, and what essentially this is the Qinghai Tibet Plateau region. There are more snow and glacier here than any other place on Earth except for the North and the South Pole. And the third pole, I believe, is a major brand in Tibet. So let's check out what kind of products they have. As you can see, all kinds of local products represented from all across Tibet is here in this pavilion at the 4th CIIE. Let's go check out and see if we can speak to someone to see what all of this are. 你好，你好，这个是我们西藏自治区的一个展览馆，地球第三极 ，OK， 也是我们自治区的一个品牌，对吧？哦 ，OK，OK。So yeah, this is a brand in Tibet. It's a very well-known brand. And then look at all these products. 这些都是红酒，对，在西藏的 西藏的一个红酒。All right, so this is red wine from Tibet. And what I think is really cool is that you normally, at least I don't normally associate red wine with Tibet. But yet, you can grow grapes and you can make red wine in Tibet. So let's have a taste in terms of how this red wine tastes like. I'm not a connoisseur of wine. I'm not a. Okay. I'm not a sommelier of wine, so I'm gonna, just taste it as is and see how it is. But of course, we have customers here and attendees already tasting the wine itself. But wow, am I gonna drink all of that? If I drink all of that, am I still gonna walk around? 先尝一尝，对吧？对。Okay. All right, so I'm gonna have a sip of this red wine from Tibet.
他们都是在现场品鉴，这些都是他们专门做红酒。
哇，这个非常好喝啊。Yeah, this goes down really smooth. It's got a fruity, it's got a nutty flavor as well, and I think this will definitely go really well with some steak. 这个跟牛肉应该是非常好喝的一个，有点果香，我感觉。
对，单宁感较强。
果香哦 ，OK。
我可以跟他们一起品鉴一下吧。
哦，没事，我先喝一喝这个，这个真的非常非常好喝。Yeah, OK.
因为你们的到来，我特地把这个打开给你们品鉴一下。
谢谢。因为我们可能就是不经常联系到红酒和自治区，所以能看到自治区的这个红酒品牌，我感觉非常好。OK， 我们再看看还有一些别的什么一些产品。哇 I really want to finish this. I'm wondering whether or not I should finish this, but this is really delicious. So let me have one more sip of this, and then we can continue. 我再喝一口啊。
非常好喝。这些客人都在对。
Yeah.
怎么样？非常
棒，对吧？ All right, seal of approval. This gentleman here already finished that cup of red wine. This is the third pull of the Earth red wine from Tibet. Okay, let's see what else we got. 我们这儿还有一些别的，我看有蜂蜜，
对，
还有还有很多东西啊，青稞 ，OK， 青稞 so Highland barley. This is Highland barley. You can make oats with that, of course, and then we have honey. We have honey here as well. 这还有蜂蜜，西藏的蜂蜜，
特别是对经常喝酒、抽烟的，像这种黄连花蜜，它的就是功效特别好。
哦 ，OK，
对，
我看看啊。
对，我们也是结合消费者的需求，然后目前展示的主要是3款。第一款这是性价比比较高的，然后放在家里面自己喝，放在冰箱里。然后其次呢，就是我们经常出差，然后叫什么？这是随手的一个包装，它主要是针对就是每人体需求的量，12克这样子一个设计的包装。
哦 ，OK，
对。
我看看啊，这个是直接
黄连花蜜，这个缩小的包装。
然后这个是放到温水里边一泡，
对，在50度左右的温水。
OK, so this is on the go honey. Pretty much, it feels sort of powder-like, and you just put this into warm water, about 50 degrees centigrade warm water, mix it all up, and you got great honey from Tibet. 黄连花蜜，黄连花 I believe that's yellow willow. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's yellow willow.
生长在西藏林芝地区607万公顷原始森林的单一花蜜。
Wow. Okay. So this kind of flower, it's produced, I guess, in a very natural region of Tibet. 好，我们看看还有一些什么东西。
还有我们的青稞的一些麦片。
青稞 ，OK， barley, oats right here.
像我们这些青稞的话，它就是属于无任何油炸，全是属于这种叫什么？
没有油炸。
对。
No oil added for this barley.
非常营养，非常健康。
Very healthy. Yeah, all natural ingredients.
特别是我们的这一款，然后已经连续清仓5、6次了。
OK。
深受广大消费者的喜欢和青睐。
I see.
对。
OK。
每一次我站在大众的面前，以及我在做直播的时候，都是非常的叫什么？他们都是很欢喜、很开心。
I see. Okay, so this is one of their most popular brands of oats in Tibet, and apparently it's also very healthy as well. Hugely popular with customers. So you got barley, you got oats here, you've got honey, and then you've got wine. I think a lot of stuff you don't associate with Tibet. And then how about we come back and take a look at more cultural performances here? Again, we didn't know this was going to happen. I am not sure which part of China this is from, but this is definitely a local ethnicity. One of the ethnicities of China performing their local dance. I just think the dress is super elegant. Wow. And as you can see, there's a lot of people watching this as well. Nice. Okay, let's continue our tour of the Tibet Pavilion. Actually, I want to take a look at that real quick. 皮鞋, 牦牛皮鞋. Okay, I want to take a look at this real quick because, again, I'm not associating these products with Tibet before, but now I know. 透气.
对，
Okay.
还有防滑
Okay.
特别适合办公，然后还有包括登山的，还有这种旅游的，都是跟这种不同场景的这种鞋子。
透气防滑。
对，牦牛皮，而且是60多年的这种工厂，然后结合所有的工艺生产出来的这种皮鞋。
I see. Okay, so this apparently is yak leather. Yak leather, and apparently it prevents you from slipping on wet ground. It's also very good when it comes to ventilation. So I guess if you have sweaty feet, you don't have to worry about that because your feet can breathe in this kind of yak leather. These are obviously for hiking, and then this may be for less harsh terrain. But these are some pretty heavy boots, some pretty heavy yak leather, I feel. OK, 好，谢谢您。我们继续参观一下我们这个西藏的展馆。OK, let's take a look at this. Tanka 的话是OK. So these are Tanka paintings. I'm not sure if you can see, but take a look at this. Traditional Tibetan painting. I mean, look at that color profile. 这个得花多少时间才能画出来一幅画啊
6个月左右就完成。
6个月。
对。
6个月才能画完。
对。
Look at how intricate the lines are. It's so complicated, I feel. It takes around 6 months to complete one of these paintings. I almost feel like this is more complicated than rocket science. And look at those colors. I mean, it's just so vibrant. It's so vibrant and full of energy, I feel. And the paint, I believe, for the Tanka paintings, it's actually made of minerals. It's actually made of minerals. So it's very, I feel, difficult and challenging to produce one of these paintings. That's why it takes so long. Yeah? And then we got some Tanka paintings over there as well, if we can see. I mean, I just love the colors on these paintings. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's continue our tour.
我们到进博会，主要是对西藏的人文的一个推广，非物质文化遗产的一个推广。所以说，这就是我们西藏的大昭欢庆图。
Okay, so this is a very famous monastery in Tibet, and again, it's just a lot of vibrant colors represented here. We can see Tibetans and then people of other ethnicities as well coming together in this area in harmony, dancing and enjoying the local scenery and the environment. Okay, so very colorful pavilion, I would say, for the Tibet Pavilion.
这个展区就是西藏自治区地球第3级品牌的由来。
Ah, I see. Okay, so this just talks about the brand of the third pole of the earth. So this is the brand story. And I really enjoyed my time here in the Tibet Pavilion. A lot to learn, but a lot to explore as well at the rest of the venue site. So 非常感谢，谢谢您的介绍。
谢谢。
好，我们再见。拜拜。Okay. All right, so that was the Tibet Pavilion, and then there's all kinds of different pavilions from different provinces here in this part of the venue site. This one, let me see. So this one is the Hunan Pavilion. As you can see, Hunan Pavilion. And a lot of cultural products here as well. We can see young Chairman Mao here as well. A very beautiful piece of cultural product here represented at the Hunan Pavilion. Oh, for some reason there's a photo of Steve Jobs on this massive plate. That's interesting. All right, let's continue. So that's the Hunan Pavilion, and then here we have the Sichuan Pavilion, I believe. Yeah, intangible cultural heritage pavilion of Sichuan province. What do we got here? So I guess very famous brands, time-honored brands from Sichuan province as well. Yeah, okay, let's continue. That's Sichuan, and then over here, what do we got here? Oh, we have a brand from Guizhou, as you can see. We've got representatives from Guizhou province. I believe this is a local liquor brand, but also a very important intangible cultural heritage brand as well. So that's representatives from Guizhou, as you can see, very colorful dresses also. Pretty cool. What do we got here? We have Gansu. We have Gansu province here. Again, beautiful paintings. And lots of cool looking cultural products here as well. I mean, I just wish I had more time to explore all of this, because there are, I mean, how many of these pavilions here? There's got to be close to 30 different kinds of pavilions from provinces and cities all represented here at the CIIE, and I'm sure once the pandemic is fully under control around the world, we're going to have more foreign visitors coming to the CIIE to really enjoy and appreciate the local culture here all around China. You can find here at the CIIE, well represented. And then this is, let me see, what is this? This is, let's show our audience where we are right now. So these are porcelain from Jingdezhen. For our audiences abroad, Jingdezhen porcelain is one of the most famous, maybe the most famous porcelain in all of China. And this kind of porcelain was supplied to the imperial household back in ancient China. So let's go in and take a look at these masterpieces of art and just look around. 您好，您是景德镇的一个品牌。冠城陶瓷。Okay, so this is a brand from Jingdezhen. It's a Jingdezhen porcelain brand, and then these are the brand's products. We can take a look. Very colorful. 您好，怎么称呼您？
我叫李玉琪。我爸是第一批江西省会议传承。
OK。
我们是陶瓷世家。你像这个青花花瓶，它一看是个花瓶，但是实际上你看哈，它是一个多功能的。那这是个笔筒，下面是一个正纸，这是正纸。
Yeah。
再拿下来，这是个笔洗，下面还有一个砚台，它是4个组合在一起的。
OK。
这个是用老陶泥做的。而且呢，你看釉里红把绿宝石烧出来。
Oh, I see.
还有一个就是它的温度，如果低3到5度，它这个红就会淡。
Oh, I see.
高3到5度，它这个红就会发黑。
OK。
而且青花和这个釉里红相隔40度。它两个要融合在一起，就是烧制比较难。我们通过研发，通过就是一直的试烧，才把它试烧出来了。
Okay, so this is really master craftsmanship, I feel. This, I believe, so this is Miss Li, by the way, and her family has been making porcelain at Jingdezhen. 您的这个家族一直在做瓷器是吗？一直到什么辈分？
就到我的孩子，还有包括我的外孙，就是应该是第4代了。
Okay.
从事这个。
Okay. So 4 generations in her family making porcelain, and then Miss Li here was explaining to me this one. I guess it's a multi-function flower vase, and it can be split into different parts. So apart from putting flowers in here, you can also put calligraphy brushes in here as well. And then this splits into 3 sections. There's a place to wash your calligraphy brush after you use the ink on there. And then she was mentioning it's really intricate. There's a lot of technique involved in making this kind of porcelain. That's why it's so famous, I guess, in all of China. If the temperature to make this porcelain is just about 3 to 5 degrees lower, then you can't really have this kind of red hue, right? So it's very intricate in terms of how every single one of these are made.
你像这个，它是一个高温窑店，就是我们烧了几年才烧了2个这么好的藏红。
Okay. So there's only 2 of these made by this brand because it takes, I guess, a few years to make something like this, to put this in a kiln and then have this kind of red.
这个壶它也是属于窑店的。进窑一彩，出窑进窑一色，出窑万彩。就是它出窑有1万个颜色。
Oh, okay.
进去就是1个颜色。
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's very cool. Let me see if I can translate this. But if you put the raw materials, the ingredients into the kiln, there's only one color. And then once this comes out of the kiln, the porcelain has multiple colors. I believe she said over 10,000 colors can come from this raw material going into the kiln and then coming out of the kiln. So again, a lot of technique involved in this, and I just love the color profiles here. 李总，为什么景德镇的这个瓷器这么有名呢？在我们国内，因为我们有很多海外的一些观众在观看我们这个直播。
你看那个最早就是那个 China， 就是以陶瓷为命名的。
嗯，对 ，Yeah. I mean China means I guess this porcelain China. That's why it's so famous. Yeah.
对，而且景德镇的陶瓷制瓷历史是很悠久的。
嗯，
你看那个很多有名的重器啊，你像那个圆心花的那个。还有就是那个鸡缸杯啊，就是大明成化年间的，就是我们在香港就拍到了2个多亿，就一个鸡缸杯，很多就是像这些高仿的东西，就是原先老的祖宗他们遗留下来的那个技术工艺都是很独到的。
OK。
基本上是。
应该是中国全世界最好的。Okay. So Miss Lee here was telling us that Jingdezhen porcelain she believes is the best in the world. And it is very famous because this was supplied to the imperial household in ancient China. And I believe the pottery, the porcelain from Jingdezhen, now has some 1,000 years of history. I believe the pottery itself, the porcelain itself, was being made in this area already in around 600 AD. But during the Ming Dynasty of China, about 600 years to 700 years ago, then really this place began to flare up, began to become known as sort of the imperial kiln to send porcelain to the imperial household in Beijing. And I believe some of the most famous porcelain from Jingdezhen, it has this kind of blue and white design, right? So this kind of coloring, blue and whitish, that is what Jingdezhen is most famous for. And I mean, how do you get all of these words on here? 李总，这么多的这个汉字怎么刻上去的？这个
我们是自版的，因为我们是有手写的原版的东西。再把它自版制在这个上面。
OK。
有很多是原版写上去的。
I see. OK。这个就是一个茶杯是吗？
这个主人杯。
什么杯？
老泡泥的主人杯。
主人杯。
对，而且它全部是开片釉的。它养杯。
OK。
你用那个茶水去喝的话，它后面是越来越漂亮。
OK. So if you put tea in here, apparently the design here may change. I mean, look how beautiful this is. This is definitely, apart from its utility, this is a piece of art, right? Look at the intricacy of the Chinese characters printed on this porcelain. Chinese characters by itself, I feel, is already art. So this is absolutely beautiful. And all different kinds of designs. Here you have, what is this, a dragon. 这个是龙吗？手工绘画. Okay, so this is hand-drawn. This is hand-drawn on here. Absolutely beautiful, especially that red contrasted with the blue and the white. Okay. Wow. Beautiful. 好，谢谢李总。看看有没有时间，之后来景德镇好好参观景德镇的这个瓷器。好，谢谢李总啊。Okay, some beautiful porcelain from Jingdezhen. I mean, I don't have any, so this is definitely something very interesting. And at the CIIE, there's a lot of stuff you can just buy, right? Because it's not just large companies represented at the venue site. There's a lot of small businesses represented at the CIIE as well. There's actually more small businesses, micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises represented every single year. And this year is another record high in terms of MSMEs at the venue site, giving small businesses, which are the backbones of so many economies in the world, a chance to show their products, to show their culture, their heritage, their brand to the entire world. Okay, so this, I guess, is a pavilion that represents Jingdezhen porcelain. All of this, I believe, are porcelain from Jingdezhen. So there's an entire area here dedicated to this kind of porcelain. Yeah, I mean, even more beautiful, right? Look at this blue and white combination. Look at that. That is, I mean, that's fantastic. Would love to own one of these sometime during my life. Yeah, but a lot of these you can just buy. Let me see how much this costs. So this is 28,000 RMB, 28,000. So let's just divide that by 7. I mean, the exchange rate is now like 6.35, 6.4, but let's just divide that by 7 in terms of US dollars. That's about 4,000 US dollars for this, but that's a beauty right there. It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm an impulsive buyer, I would say, impulsive buyer. At the CIIE, I've already begun shopping. In addition to working, in addition to reporting, I've already begun shopping as well. So I can't afford that right now, so I'm going to look around and see what else I can afford. 谢谢李总，谢谢. Okay, look at that. This is pink. I mean, I haven't seen pink yet, but pink, blue, white, streaks of gold, that is an absolute beauty right there. Okay, let's continue walking. There's just too many things to explore here at the CIIE, so let's just walk around and soak in the environment. We are actually here in between level 1 and level 2. So let's walk around and see what other provinces and cities we can find in terms of their products, in terms of their brands. We're just getting started. This is just one small corner of the entire venue site. Again, 366,000 square meters of exhibition area. And every single time I come here, right, I mean, we are busy reporting on the event. It'd be great to just walk around and explore all the different kinds of brands on offer. Of course, there's translation services, information desks to help you navigate this massive place because you're going to be walking around, right? My average is walking 20,000 steps, 20,000 plus steps every single day. I have a colleague, I'm not going to name who, but she is able to walk some 45,000 steps. She walked 45,000 steps in one day at the CIIE. So there's certainly a lot to explore. I hear music. There's got to be another kind of performance somewhere. Another type of performance somewhere. So let's go where the music is and see what's going on. As you can see, for health reasons, to prevent the spread of COVID, we have the barriers here as well for eating. Very strict measures in terms of making sure everybody is safe here. Take a look at this.
尊敬各位来宾、各位朋友们啊，那么今天的那个黄梅戏的展演呢，到此就告一段落了。我们明天上午在此呢还有精彩的表演，谢谢大家，感谢大家的喜爱，感谢大家来到我们第4届的中国国际进口博览会，感谢大家来到安徽展区我们的淮河路步行街，欢迎大家尽管参观，谢谢。
All right, so we just caught the tail of that song, and then we are here now in the Anhui Pavilion. Anhui Pavilion has its own dedicated pedestrian street, I guess. So we went from the Intangible Cultural Heritage Exhibition area now to the National Pedestrian Street Exhibition area. And we are here in the Anhui Province Pavilion, so let's see what we got here. All right, again, you can feel the traditional Chinese culture and the local brands represented here. A lot of interesting looking snacks. Looks very delicious, so I guess this is local to Anhui Province. We've got all kinds of baked goods. I see different kinds of cakes, cookies, dumplings, buns, all of this. 谢谢，谢谢。能给我们大概介绍一下这些都是什么？这就是我们的安徽传统的一些小食品，对吧 ？OK。合肥4大名点，安徽那4大名点 ，4 most famous snacks from Anhui Province. 大麻 Oh, okay, okay. So I guess this is a type of peanut. You got sesame on the outside, and then you've got a really delicious filling on the inside. Yep. Okay, so this looks like sesame brittle is right here. And then this is some kind of cake. 这个是什么东西做的呢？烘糕是什么东西做的？
它是面粉，还有各种果仁，
面粉、果仁，
然后磨碎以后一起烘烤。
OK。那这个一般我们配什么？配一点茶呀，还是？
所以我们在这里会摆上道具，就是
OK。
这个意思就是因为它本身就是这4道点心，在我们那个时候老合肥，它就是配茶，所以茶作为下午茶点的一个搭配。
Okay. All right. So this is afternoon tea in Anhui Province. The 4 traditional snacks, and then you have some tea to pair that with. Should go down real smooth. 那这个是甜味儿的是吗？
对，这里面是5仁馅，里面会有瓜子仁，然后还有那个果仁。
OK。
传统的就中国传统的老的那种萝卜，然后就腌成红绿丝的那种东西。
Okay. So you've got fruits. It's a fruit nut filling in here as well, and then some really delicious snacks that I would like to try right now, but maybe after this live stream, I'll take a look. 谢谢啊。
还有这边是我们的就是我们老字号刘洪胜小吃技艺传承人，然后我们做的这种鸡汤馄饨。
Wow. Okay. So these are chicken wontons. This is a time-honored brand also in Anhui Province. Chicken wontons made from this chicken right here. 这个鸡就是老母鸡。OK. 然后就是拿它做馅儿是吗？
对，不是这个是。做的馄饨是用老母鸡的炖的汤。
Okay.
再佐以它的鸡肉和冬菇。
I see. So the wonton soup base is this chicken. Is this chicken being boiled here, right here in the pot?
是我们安徽合肥当地的一种小笼包。
Okay.
对。
小笼包 steamed buns with soup, I believe, in these. 这是也是汤包对吧？
对。
那跟上海的这个小笼包有什么区别？
可以尝一下。
Okay.
拿一下。
So these are soup dumplings. And I'm not sure how hot the soup dumplings are, but you got to be careful because once you bite into it, you get that squirt of hot soup base, and if you're not careful, you could really hurt your tongue, hurt your lips. 这个也是蘸醋对吧？
对，但是我们因为现场比较那个醋没有带进去。
没事。You would have some vinegar with this kind of soup dumpling. 那就是这个也是鸡肉馅吗？还是
这个是
猪肉馅的？
猪肉馅的
OK。应该是先把这个咬一口，是吗？
对，先轻轻提，慢慢移，先开窗。
OK，有多烫啊？
现在不烫，因为
不烫了。
之前我准。
Oh, nice. Okay, so it's not that hot anymore, I believe. So
这个还是要建议吃烫的比较好。
Okay, you got to have this while it's steaming hot, and the trick is you first bite off this top right here, and then you suck in the soup, and then you eat the rest of the steamed bun. Okay, so I bit off the top, and I'm not sure if our audiences can see from abroad. There's a lot of soup in there. I'm just going to go all in, see how hot it is. Wow, that is so fragrant. 好鲜呐，好鲜呐. That is so fragrant. You can really taste that pork. And then one bite, it's a one-biter. I had a light lunch. Simply because you just never know what kind of delicious food you can find at the CIIE. And we're not even at the food pavilion. These are just snacks you can find in the country and city pavilions dotted across the CIIE. 非常感谢。这个真的非常好吃。太鲜了。Would highly recommend the soup dumplings from 安徽。确定需要走吗？我还想吃几个。Anyway, no. Anyway, I'll have some more when I come back. I really want some more of these soup dumplings. 谢谢你们啊，谢谢师傅啊。Okay, the rest of Anhui Pavilion, we've got cakes, snacks, tea. Look at all the interaction that you can get if you're an attendee at the CIIE, right? Because of health reasons, making sure everybody is safe, of course. Post-pandemic, I'm sure there will be tons and tons more people coming to explore these different pavilions. And then we've got teas here. 您好，这个是什么样的茶？
这个是太平猴魁。
太平什么？
太平猴魁。
太平猴魁是一种绿茶吗？一种绿茶。Okay, so it's a type of green tea. And then 这个是有什么
特殊的一些，比如说营养功能啊或者什么的，给我们介绍一下吧，您的这个茶。
太平猴魁呢，产自我们安徽省黄山市黄山区下面的一个村叫猴坑村。
Oh,
对，也是我们的品牌。
Okay, so these tea leaves are from a village, Hokun village, yeah?
我们这个地方呢，就是森林的覆盖率呢是95%以上。
Okay, 95% forest in this village. Very organic, very natural, I feel, yeah?
然后这个空气质量呢，全省排名首位。
Okay, best air quality in the province, surrounded by forest, so these tea leaves must be fantastic.
然后呢，就是我们这个猴魁呢，长在这个石头之上，那个常年的云雾笼罩。
These tea leaves are grown on rocks, and you have cloud cover on these tea leaves pretty much all year round. 所以这个会把这个茶叶这个口感变得一种也是特殊味道和非常好的一个鲜美的一个味道，是吗？
对，因为它的营养物质呢，就是这个山石头风化的叫叶质，叫变质岩，就岩石变化出来的那个风化土。
Okay, so I'm assuming because it grows on rocks, the minerals from the rocks can actually get into the tea leaves. Very healthy as well.
然后呢，我们这个地方的早晚的温差非常大。就像这个新疆吐鲁番的葡萄一样，它这个温差大的话，就能让这个糖类物质、氨基酸类物质呢更好的沉淀下来。
Okay, so there are temperature differences as well that contributes to the taste of these tea leaves. So lots of different factors that contribute to how this kind of tea tastes. It grows on top of rocks. There's constant cloud cover, temperature differentials. So and also surrounded by forest. So a lot of things goes into the flavor profile of these tea leaves. 好，谢谢您，感谢。Would like to try those tea leaves as well, but no time. We're going to continue our tour of the different city and provincial pavilions. Okay, so this is Anhui. Watch your step. 来，摄像老师，我们注意一下。And then we're going to go this way. Again, this is just one corner of the CIIE venue site. There's just too many things to explore. We haven't even touched upon the major brands here as well. So let's see what else we can find in terms of the different provincial and city pavilions here at the CIIE. Okay. Let's go this way and see what we got. I mean, just take a look at the environment for all of our audiences abroad who are not able to make it here to the CIIE physically. You know, this is definitely a sight to behold in terms of what you can find and experience here, right? It's not just about products at the CIIE. Yeah, there's a ton of products, but there are a ton of things to experience as well. Flight simulators, shipping simulators, all right? Different snacks to experience. Soup dumplings from Anhui, tea leaves from Anhui, Tibetan red wine, yeah, Tibetan highland barley oats, yak leather shoes and boots. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, let me see what we have here. So if we go, let's see, if we go this way, we are at another pedestrian street. So these pedestrian streets, again, they highlight brands, local brands from all across China. So let's see what we have here. This is not the whole thing, just to let everyone know. There's so many different pavilions here. We don't have the time to go through all of them. We're just going to take a look at the ones that just come into our view, that come into our line of sight. Okay, let's take a look at that. 来，摄像老师，我们往这边看一看，这全部都是省和市的步行街，两边都是，左边也是，右边也是，这边是陕西的展馆。So I see Shanxi province in central China. So let's come take a look and see what's in here. By the way, before we enter the pavilion, there's this saying in China, I'm not sure if I'm getting it correct, but there's a saying in China, if you want to take a look on China in the last 10 to 20 years, if you want to see how China's like in the past 10 to 20 years in terms of Chinese development, you take a look at Shenzhen. If you want to see Chinese history, China's development in the past 100 years, you take a look at Shanghai. If you want to take a look at the China of 1,000 years ago, you take a look at Beijing. And if you want to take a look at how
Chinese civilization developed. Take a look at China's development. Pretty much 5,000 years ago, you go to a city called Xi'an, home of the terracotta warriors. And that's the provincial capital of Shanxi, right? So there's tons and tons. You can say the essence of Chinese culture, Chinese tradition, found in this pavilion. A lot of music in here as well. Take a look at that, right? Traditional Chinese music, traditional Chinese dress. I'm sure this represents the Tang Dynasty because the capital of the Tang Dynasty, of the Tang Empire, was in, back then it was called Chang'an, but today it's called Xi'an. Yeah? I haven't been to Xi'an yet. I can't believe I have not been to Xi'an yet, but take a look at those views. If you want to understand Chinese oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. If you want to understand Chinese history, Chinese civilization, you gotta go to Xi'an. I haven't made my way there yet, but if you want to understand the history of this country, this is definitely a place that you gotta go. Look at that architecture. I can stand here all day, but I gotta come explore and see what else is in Shanxi Province's pavilion. What do we got? Okay, we've got teas. We've got, this is interesting. What is this? This apparently is a pop-up book. It's a pop-up book that details some very famous landmarks around Xi'an. See, back then it was called Chang'an, the city of eternal peace. That's what I love about Chinese city names. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I mean, the city of eternal peace. Okay, so let's flip through the pages and see what we got. It's so intricate and delicate that I don't want to break it. Let's see if this can close, and then we've got more pop-up scenes. This is a really nicely done pop-up book. Oh, and look at that. This is the traditional Tang Dynasty court. Oh, I love this. During the Tang Dynasty, different ethnicities, different civilizations coming together in the Tang capital of Chang'an, as you can see right here. People from the Islamic world, people from Persia, Southeast Asia, all gathering in the Tang court in harmony, dancing as well. Yeah? So this is a really nice pop-up book. I love the colors on here. Okay, so let's head this way and then see what we got. Oh, we got some really big apples. Really big apples as well. Really want to try that out also. So I guess agriculture is something that the Shanxi Pavilion also wants to highlight. Massive apples. That looks fantastic. You got some really big dried dates as well. Yeah? I'm sure that'll be great if you put some honey on it. You put some of that Tibet honey. And then you put it on these dates. You put it in a little bit of Tibetan yogurt. Mwah! I just made a snack right there that I would love to try. I got to try out that combination after I finish this live stream. What do we got here? I'm not sure what this is. Tea. More tea. More tea from the Shanxi Pavilion. I mean, this is a pretty big pavilion. Let's go over here and take a look. How about we go this way? All right, what do we got here? So we got some health products, it looks like. Health products, we've got different kinds of wine. This is, what is this? Magpie Brandy Persimmon. Okay, so I've never tried this before. I would like to try. Take a look at that. Persimmon wine. Have you guys tried persimmon wine? I mean, interact with us, right? Let us know in the comments section below, out of all the products that you've seen so far, which ones are you most interested in trying out? Tibetan red wine, persimmon wine from Shanxi province, yeah, soup dumplings from Anhui province, and then, wow, we've got a lot of exhibitors here. What is this? Let me see. This is another type of wine. 你好，这个是什么酒？黄酒。Okay. 黄酒。Oh, okay. So this is another type of very famous wine here in China. OK， 给我们介绍一下您的这个酒吧。
我们这个酒品牌叫做谢村桥牌，这个是陕西的周边商标，陕西名牌和中华老字号。
Okay, so again.
我们的原产地在陕西汉中的洋县，洋县属于这个全国的有机示范区，因为它有这个世界珍禽朱鹮在这里受保护。我们的黄酒也从源头做到有机处理啊。因为本地的保护朱鹮，所有的农业就不需要打农药这些，
OK，
按照严格的要求来种植。
I see.
我
OK.
们公司也要结合这个扶贫和当地农户签订协议，帮他们来销产粮食。我们在当地会有一些有机诺到基地，包产到户，我们会高于市场价来购买这些原料，然后用来酿酒。这是一个正向的循环。
Okay, so this is a time-honored brand in Shanxi province, and what I love about Chinese brands as well is that there's a lot of corporate social responsibility involved in all of this. So, a time-honored brand really helping out with poverty alleviation in the province as well. This is a very famous wine. It's made out of glutinous rice. 这个可以尝一尝吗？品一口或者什么？好，我们尝哪一个？
到一个传统型黄酒，
这个是最传统的，对吧？
对。
So we're going to try the most traditional rice wine from Shanxi province. Ooh, look at that yellow hue. OK, 谢谢。这个一般我们配什么东西吗？吃？
现在比较流行就是冬季吃这个大闸蟹配它。
大闸蟹 ，OK, I see. So you pair this because it's winter season right now. You pair this with some hairy crab. All right, and then should be a really good combo. All right, here it goes, some rice wine from Shanxi province. Oh, it's organic as well. It's purely organic. All right, let's give this a sip. 要不要一口闷？一口闷吧。
对，
一口闷。All right, let's get a shot of this. Fantastic, fantastic, super smooth. You can taste the hints of that glutinous rice, sweet, but not too sweet. This will definitely go well with some hairy crab, or I can imagine, sitting on the balcony in a comfortable seat, sipping a little bit of this, and then reading a book. 非常感谢，非常感谢啊！好，谢谢。Okay, and then what do we have here? 您好，您这个是？
我这是来自陕西汉中洋县，也就是世界珍禽朱鹮的故乡。
哦，
洋县大贤德调味品有限公司。
啊哈。
我们呢已经有160多年的一个中华老字号企业。160年的这个历史是吗？
对
，160多年的一个酿造历史。
Okay, so this time-honored brand has 160 years of history. But what do they actually make, right? 您现在是展示的什么产品呢？
这就是以
醋。哦 ，OK。
可以喝。
Right, yeah.
您可以尝吗？
可以尝，我们尝一下。So for all of our audiences abroad, vinegar from Shanxi province is famous. It's one of the most famous vinegars in all of China. This province is known as a vinegar powerhouse. There's a lot of nutrition when it comes to Shanxi province's vinegar. And you can drink this. The health benefits of this are incredible. You can actually just drink vinegar directly. Yeah, so this kind of vinegar from Shanxi province, 160 years of history. And what I like about these brands is, if you've been listening, these brands actually come from villages, right? So they start out from villages, these smaller areas, and then they can become national brands. So let's have a sip of this. 这个喝这个醋有什么营养价值啊？
有，这要看它的成分表中。它这款醋就是用洋县的黑米食醋，有人参、桑葚、百合、大枣、枸杞、罗汉果、陈皮、甘草，还有土蜂蜜。
Okay, I don't know how to translate a lot of these, but there's a lot of health benefits in these as well. There's ginseng. There's goji berries, dates as well, different kinds of licorice. So a lot of traditional Chinese herbs and spices in here as well. And I believe if you drink alcohol and you have some vinegar, it really offsets each other. So let's have a sip of this vinegar.
您感觉怎么样？
很好，还带点甜味儿。
是，它就是土蜂蜜的味道。
OK。
对，酸酸甜甜的。
A little bit sour, a little bit sweet. I never imagined myself drinking vinegar at the CIIE, but I did that. So, 好，谢谢您。您这有垃圾箱吗？
有，好，
谢谢，谢谢。
哦
Don't want to pop that off. Okay, let's continue our tour of the Shanxi province. Look at all of this. Wow. It's a lot of abundance. A lot of diversity in products as well. We've got all kinds of different dried products here. Dried wood ear fungus, more apples, walnuts, dates, glutinous rice. So yeah, a lot of diversity in terms of products from Shanxi province. This is a huge agriculture province. And what are these?
这是名字小米，名字小米就是以小米命名的一个县城。
Okay. Xiaomi. Okay, so millet as well. All right, so lots of delicious food here at the Shanxi Pavilion, but let's continue our tour. It seems like the Shanxi Pavilion is really popular. Let's see what else we can find. Oh, I see Wang Fujing. Wang Fujing, of course, is a very famous pedestrian street in Beijing. So how about we end here, right? Because our team came from Beijing, from our Beijing headquarters. So it's all the more befitting that we end our pavilion tour here, the Wang Fujing pedestrian street at the CIIE. Love the colors, by the way. I was actually at Wang Fujing not too long ago. All right, let's see what we got here. Ah, very colorful pavilion as well. I like that. 我 love Beijing. Yep, I love Beijing too. Okay, let's see what we can find. The malls at Oriental Plaza. Of course, you can find the malls at Oriental Plaza on Wang Fujing Pedestrian Street. I see all the malls that I frequent here in this pavilion. All right, what do we got here? Oh, we got the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics brand right here. What do we got? A lot of souvenirs here. Yeah, we got a lot of souvenirs for the Beijing 2022 Olympics. And I believe this is a classic souvenir brand as well. 您好，您这个是什么一个品牌？可以给我们介绍一下吗？
我们是王府井工美大厦冬奥特许商品旗舰店。
哦，旗舰店还是 Okay, so this is a very famous brand located on Wang Fujing Street, and they are one of the, I guess, official makers of souvenirs for the Beijing Winter Olympics 2022. 这是什么？
这是冬奥瑰宝。
瑰宝 Wow.
瑰宝
Look at this. I guess this is a seal. A seal. Look at that.
冬奥会徽。
Okay, you got the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics here. You put some ink on the bottom, put some paint, and then you just press that. That's a seal of approval. That is absolutely beautiful. 这个上面是一个。
上面是一个凤，瑞凤。
凤 Okay, so it's a phoenix. This is a phoenix. Wow, absolutely beautiful. And I really want to buy a lot of things here, but maybe I should do that off camera. Do a little shopping off camera. 好，谢谢. So if you're at the CIIE, you can get a lot of souvenirs as well. Just look at all of that. I mean, look how intricate the design is on this. 这个是什么呀？这个是
标漆。
油漆，这个一般都是标漆。
对。
Okay, 这个一般是装什么的？还是就是一个装饰品 Okay, all right. So this is pretty much just for design. It's a piece of art. I thought you could put something in there, but apparently not. So love the design on that. So this is our Beijing pavilion. And then, yeah, looks good. Looks good. Feels good to end here as well. There's more stuff over there, but I think we might be a little bit short on time. That's the Chongqing pavilion. We were just in Chongqing, of course, for a Rising Star Cities special series where we took a deep dive into Chongqing. But that's the Chongqing Pavilion, and then there's probably more over there on that side as well. But that's going to do it from my end. We've explored only just the corners, I feel, of the provincial and city pavilions. There's so many things to explore. I'd love to show you guys around even more, but I need to go do some shopping at the CIIE, right? So this is work and play all coming together, work and shopping all coming together. A bit of an impulsive buyer, like I said, so I got some shopping to do. I'll see you guys later at the CIIE, and make sure to stay tuned to CGTN as we bring you continuous live coverage 24/7 on this mega trade event. Really, all the major brands of the world coming together, small brands coming together as well here in Shanghai, a catalyst for global growth, making sure that brands can still recover as the world is still going through the pandemic. So many things to do and experience here at the 4th CIIE. I'm going to go do some shopping. This is Michael Wang. I'll see you guys later here in Shanghai.